The British pre-decimal halfpenny coin, usually simply known as a halfpenny, was a unit of currency that equaled half of a penny, a 1/480th of a pound sterling. Originally the halfpenny was minted in copper, but after 1860 it was minted in bronze. It ceased to be legal tender in 1969, in the run-up to decimalisation. The halfpenny featured two different designs on its reverse during its years in circulation. From 1672 until 1936 the image of Britannia appeared on the reverse, and from 1937 onwards the image of the Golden Hind appeared. Like all British coinage, it bore the portrait of the monarch on the obverse. Halfpenny was colloquially written halfpenny, and 1.5d was spoken as a penny halfpenny, e-penny, he-penny, or 3 halfpence, theta-re, he-pence. Before decimal day in 1971 there were 240 pence in £1 sterling. 12 pence made a shilling, and 20 shillings made a pound. The values less than a pound were usually written in terms of shillings and pence, e.g. 42 pence would be 3 shillings and 6 pence, pronounced 3 and 6. The values of less than a shilling were simply written in pence, e.g. 8 pence would be 8d. Design. The original reverse of the bronze version of the coin, designed by Leonard Charles Wilde, is a seated Britannia holding a trident, with the words halfpenny to either side. Issues before 1895 also feature a lighthouse to Britannia's left and a ship to her right. Various minor adjustments to the level of the sea depicted around Britannia, and the angle of her trident were also made over the years. Some issues feature toothed edges, while others feature beading. Over the years, various different obverses were used. Edward VII, George V, George VI, and Elizabeth II each had a single obverse for halfpennies produced during the respective reigns. Over the long reign of Queen Victoria 2 different obverses were used, but the short reign of Edward VIII meant no halfpennies bearing his likeness were ever issued. During Victoria's reign, the halfpenny was first issued with the so-called bun-head, or draped, bust of Queen Victoria on the obverse. The inscription around the bust read Victoria DG Brit Reg FD. This was replaced in 1895 by the old head, or veiled bust. The inscription on these coins read Victoria DEIGRA Brit Regina Fit Def IND. Coins issued during the reign of Edward VII feature his likeness and bear the inscription EDWARDVS7DEIGRA Brito MN Rex Fit Def IND. Similarly, those issued during the reign of George V feature his likeness and bear the inscription GEORGIVSVDEIGRA Brito MN Rex Fit Def IND. A halfpenny of King Edward VIII does exist, dated 1937, but technically it is a pattern coin, i.e. one produced for official approval, which it would probably have been due to receive about the time that the king abdicated. The obverse shows a left-facing portrait of the king. The inscription on the obverse is EDWARDVS8DGBROMN Rex FDIND. The pattern coin of Edward VIII and regular issue halfpennies of George VI and Elizabeth II feature a redesigned reverse displaying Sir Francis Drake's ship the Golden Hind. George VI issue coins feature the inscription GEORGIVSVIDGBROMN Rex FDIND before 1949, and GEORGIVSVIDGBROMN Rex FIDEI def thereafter. Unlike the penny, halfpennies were minted throughout the early reign of Elizabeth II, bearing the inscription Elizabeth II DEIGRA Brito MN Regina FD in 1953, and Elizabeth II DEI Gracia Regina FD thereafter. Mintages.